You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
We have made it to Friday, folks.
Yes.
Glad you're with us at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Some of you may be heading north to LA to watch
Could
the
be,
Padres.
yeah.
If you're doing that,
Fun
just know
weekend.
it's going to be hot all around California. So a heads up here. This is our live look, Del Mar. Not so foggy this morning. So I know we've seen a lot more fog along our coast the past several days. Looking at Mount Soledad, that's not necessarily the case. The clouds are sitting right there at the top of the mountain there. Patchy fog does return. We have a coastal eddy, 12 to 18 degrees above normal for inland areas. That's where the heat is. Not so much at the beaches. We are going to be heating up through Monday. Sunday and Monday will be the hottest days of this stretch of this last heat wave that we're experiencing here. Otay Mesa visibility is down to a half mile, but as you see, the rest of the county, 3 to 5 mile visibility. At the airport right now, you're at 5, but overall, the cloud coverage is upon us. We'll talk more about how hot this weekend will get as you're making those big plans.
Yeah, and with that fog, be sure to check your flight status before heading to the airport. Right now, there are a handful of delays. Yesterday, the fog caused a lot of issues. According to FlightAware, there were 435 delays and 61 cancellations. The average delay was around 3 hours. The fog could also cause issues on the road this morning, depending on where you're at, especially places in Fallbrook.
Yeah, stay tuned for the latest on that. Now, this morning, we're about a month away from Election Day. Yeah, about a month now. Incumbent Todd Gloria faced off with his opponent in the San Diego mayor's race, Larry Turner. This was in a debate last night.
CBS 8's Virginia Yarita is live along Harbor Island with the issues they discussed, and they didn't hold back against each other, did they?
Yeah, that's right. There was a couple moments that did get a little testy between both of them, but this is a good time for San Diegans to get to know both mayoral candidates, right? I mean, we're just less than a month away from Election Day. So incumbent Mayor Todd Gloria, we've known him for several years. San Diegans are interested to know how he plans to move forward with some of the issues happening in San Diego. His challenger, Larry Turner, he's new to the political environment, but yesterday we were able to get some insight, especially on the homelessness crisis.
I'm not here tonight saying mission accomplished. Far from it. One homeless person is too many in this city. And so we absolutely have to continue to do the work. And what you've seen is I have the backbone to build more shelters. And when we do that, the situation improves. My opponent consistently opposes new shelters, and that is a recipe for leaving very sick and vulnerable people to deteriorate on our sidewalks.
There's got to be a totally different approach on how we're going to tackle this problem and understanding the people that are going to be the customers of those services we're going to provide. So the first thing I do is on day one, we got to put tourniquets on all the beds that we're losing. You know, he has had temporary Band-Aid approaches to this. Many of these beds are going to be gone in January.
So incumbent Todd Gloria is making his case as he seeks re-election for a second term. He's a Democrat and says he wants to build on the progress his administration has made over the last 4 years. Gloria previously served in the state assembly and also on the San Diego City Council. Larry Turner, on the other hand, is new to politics and calls himself an independent. He's a retired U.S. Marine who's worked as an officer for the San Diego Police Department for the last 8 years. During last night's debate, they also included the proposed sales tax. They talked about public safety and the city's response to the catastrophic floods that took place on January 22nd. So back out here, we were able to catch up with both of them following that debate, so you'll hear a little bit more in the next half hour. Eric Anetta.
Gina, thank you. This morning, new state laws are in effect for the election. The biggest change is how state referendums are worded on ballots. So instead of picking either yes or no, which has caused confusion in the past, voters will now be choosing between keep the law or overturn the law. All polling locations also have to offer curbside voting to maintain access for voters with disabilities. San Diego County has offered that option for years. By the way, you'll get your ballot in the mail next week, and you can vote early starting Monday at the registrar's office. This morning, Governor Gavin Newsom expected to announce new funding and accountability measures to address homeless encampments in the state. This comes after Newsom signed an executive order demanding cities clear out homeless encampments statewide. Newsom also stripped housing and homeless funding from the city of Norwalk yesterday after that city implemented a ban on homeless shelters.
And now this just in here, U.S. employers added 254,000 jobs. Last month, the unemployment rate dropped from 4.2% to now 4.1%. So we're just now getting these numbers. This is according to the Labor Department. We're going to see how the markets react to the latest jobs report. That's coming up here in the next half hour as we check in. Today is the deadline now to claim money. This could be your money waiting for you from the county. There are $850,000 in unclaimed cash in more than 2,500 individual cases. The biggest outstanding refund is at $25,000. That's somebody's out there. We're told the average is about $200. Go to the county's treasurer tax collector's website. It's right there on your screen there. We have the link posted, sdttc.com, and that's where you can see if you're owed anything. Just type in your name.
It should be one of the more dramatic showdowns in the postseason. Right now, the Padres getting ready to beat LA. They'll take on the Dodgers in Los Angeles at 5:38 p.m. tomorrow. So, what did the Friars think about facing their most bitter rival?
Same team, you know? We play the Braves, and they're a good team. We play other teams that are good teams. Dodgers are a good team, but we got to play our game. We got to play our baseball.
Just stick with what's been working. I agree with that. It's a good take there. Dylan Cease will be pitching for the Padres in the first game of the best-of-5 series. Jackson Merrill, young rookie with a smart way of looking at things. The cheapest ticket for tomorrow's game in L.A., by the way, a little more than $100. It'll cost you more than $9,000 if you want to sit above the Dodgers dugout. If you're holding out for home games at Petco Park Tuesday and Wednesday, tickets are sold out on Ticketmaster, but sites like SeatGeek showing the cheapest seats around $300. And yes, it gets more expensive as the series goes on. If you don't want to go to Dodger Stadium this weekend, but you want to watch it, the Padres hosting watch parties in Gallagher Square. And admission for this, by the way, $5. Fans can purchase up to 6 tickets per household. Now, what a great way to watch the game, surrounded by your Padres fellow fans,
as long as
cheering
you're
them on.
able to cheer them on, right?
Yes.
We want to make sure they hear us in LA, whichever way we can.
You have to cheer very loudly for that. They'll feel it in their hearts.
They know that we're, of course, rooting them on, and we want to see big wins happening over the next three games. By the time they get back here Tuesday to play at Petco Park against the Dodgers, well, weather's going to start to cool down. For now, though, let's talk about these records. Yeah, we broke some records because of the heat. Palomar Mountain got to 90, tying a record at Lake Quemaca at 91. Campo reached 105 degrees. So this was yesterday. Today's looking to be a little bit cooler by a few degrees. You'll likely be in the mid to upper 80s for a lot of inland spots, but it's still going to be pretty hot in our mountains, in our deserts. We have excessive heat warnings in place still. So, of course, stay cool, drink a lot of water. The impact times between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m., several hours where that heat will be taking over much of the county. Now, the coastline, you have not felt that heat. In fact, I've had to wear a sweater a few times at the beaches the past few days. It's cold in the water, and then outside it'll probably be around the mid-70s for today. Inland, though, the 90s, so huge change. Right now, we're all waking up to the 60s for the most part, 63 in Encinitas, 62 in Del Mar, as you see, 56 in Ramona, 59 in Fallbrook, and Hamul at 61. Here's where you're headed over the next 12 hours. This would be for downtown San Diego. If you're going to have lunch, maybe downtown, a great spot, 74 degrees, upper 70s for this afternoon. So the highs today, downtown, upper 70s. But then look at El Cajon today, near 90. Santee near 90. 82 in La Mesa. Oktoberfest goers, today's going to be pretty nice out there. Saturday, Sunday, it will start to ramp up a bit more. Monday will be the peak day where we'll experience the hottest temperatures of this latest heat wave. Let's get to traffic and show you what's going on out there. For now, it does look like things are pretty calm. Just a couple stalled vehicles, in fact. So no major incidents. Here's this one. A Gore Point is obstructed because of a stalled car on the 805 northbound. That's at Plaza Boulevard. I don't see any slowdowns. And then this crash on Harmony Grove Road. It's at Mount Israel Truck Trail, so that's also not slowing you down. And now, looking at border wait times for this morning, if you're headed through the ports of entry, San Ysidro will take you 85 minutes. At the Otay Mesa one, it'll take you a few minutes more at 90 minutes.